He excitedly revealed earlier this year that he and fiancée Steph Jones are expecting their first child after a year-long fertility struggle. And Danny Miller admitted that he was nervous about becoming a dad for the first time as the couple's due date edges nearer, admitting he'd be lying if he said he wasn't anxious. In a new interview, the Emmerdale star, 30, and his wife-to-be opened up on their road to parenthood, birthing plans and whether Danny would be able to cope as he is not a solid-stomached person. The couple were elated when they discovered they were expecting in February after coming close to tuning to IVF treatment after a year of trying to conceive. Speaking of becoming a father, Danny told OK! Magazine, "Yeah, it'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I think it's good nerves, though. But sometimes I do get a bit like, oh God, what if I do this wrong? I'm nervous about that, but I think to learn and to grow, you've got to learn on the job." Meanwhile, the actor, who plays Aaron Dingle in the ITV soap, discussed how he'd fare in the actual labor, admitting that he can get rather nauseous in certain situations. "I get quite nauseous in those situations, but I'm hoping the adrenaline takes over and makes me get a hold of myself and realize what I'm there for. Hopefully I'll concentrate on Steph rather than worry about what's going on around me." The TV star added that he isn't a solid-stomached guy, but added that the hypnobirthing sessions they've had really helped in helping him to know what to expect and how he can support his partner. Danny went on to say that he'll be alright and not crying during the birth until the moment he hears his child cry, adding that it will be a release to know their child has arrived healthy and safe into the world. Meanwhile, Steph noted that she won't put any pressure on herself during the birth, adding that a healthy baby is not important. She explained, "In terms of labor, I'm just not putting any pressure on myself because I know it can be pretty unpredictable. I'm not going to put pressure on myself to have it a certain way. What will be, as long as the baby is healthy, that's all that matters." The couple are waiting until the birth to find out the sex of their child. It comes after Danny admitted that he felt pressure to get his fiancée Steph pregnant as the couple detailed their fertility journey on Loose Women. Speaking on the talk show in June, he told of how he had thoughts of "is it me?" in the back of his mind during his and his childhood sweetheart's year-long attempt to conceive a child. During the chat, Steph told how she's always known she'd have difficulty conceiving after being diagnosed with polycystic ovaries aged just 17. She told the panel, "I was diagnosed with that when I was about 17 because I just had absent periods, so the GP had always said it might be a struggle to conceive because obviously we couldn't track ovulation if I wasn't having a period. So they'd always said after 6 months if you're struggling to come to the GP and we'll refer you to the gynecologist, so that's what we did." Keen to hear Danny's experience, Jane Moore asked the actor if he felt any pressure during their pregnancy journey, which saw the couple consider the possibility of IVF treatment. He responded, "Absolutely, yeah. Naturally we'd kind of look after the mum and I wanted to do that as much as I could for Steph. But in the back of my mind and was always thinking, is it me? Or is it Steph, is it both of us?" So at the heightened periods where Steph was ovulating, the peak of that was the time to get down to business. There's a certain pressure to it and it becomes a lot more difficult to do the job. He added, "There's a pressure there obviously, it's more for me wanting to have the best support system for Steph as I could,